Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of FTB Skies 2 on the FTOG server. We're starting in the end today with both a encouragement and a warning. First, the warning, because you want to put the bad news first, so the good news sounds great. If we look in here, we'll see that I have a soul amulet now, which you get by crafting our heart amulet with a soul heart crystal, which you make like this. Not too complicated, not too hard. The thing that I want to warn you about is that when you craft this, it does not keep the hearts that are in it. It empties them out. So before you craft the soul amulet, take your hearts out. Seriously. Super important. And as for the encouragement, I wanted a shulker egg, so I went exploring to kill some shulkers. And I discovered that these end ships are everywhere. So, yeah, there's 12 just on screen here, and I imagine they keep going. So, if you need a second elytra or a dragon head for something on the server, don't feel bad about taking it. Like, there's so many. And they just keep going. But, to that point, I took a second dragon head, and I made something. Well, actually, this is the first dragon head, which we can extract, dragon's breath from, and we can extract dragon eggs from the bottom of a dragon egg. This is how it works, so, in case you're wondering. Grabbed another one from Grok. Thanks, Grok. Much appreciated. Okay. Heading over here, I now have a stabilizer. That is created like this. Nothing too crazy. The time crystals come from using the goo on a budding amethyst, I believe. So I have a time crystal, and I grew just enough to make that stabilizer, and that's the only time I'm ever going to do that, because if you watched FTB Evolution, you'll know that in order to create the time crystals, you have to charge this in the overworld, and then the nether, and then the end, which I don't want to do a lot. Or set up a swapper thing, which I don't want to do right now. So we have a goo stabilizer now, which means I got rid of the clicker and the sensor, because we don't need it. Moved the chest into the center here. We're good. And using these prosperity shards in here, which you get by gooing diorite, I have started mystical agriculture over here. And there's 4 9x9 plots. I'm not using all of them. There's some normal crops over there. But the way this works, so I have a harvester pylon down there, and the biggest that thing can do is 9x9. However, the Supremium watering can, which I got, does an 11x11. So watch this. If you do that, and you do it on this corner here, you can actually get those darker strips on the right and left there with the miscellaneous seeds while doing a full plot of Inferium. So, this isn't the speed we achieved of, like, 10,000 a minute in Project Ozone Reborn, but, or Ozone Skyblock Reborn, or whatever it was called, but we're doing pretty good. I got enough, in Imperium to do all the soil. I got the Supremium watering can. And I got diamond essence, we got prismarine essence, we got fish essence, squid essence, and some other stuff. Solium essence. Which allowed me to finally make all my Heart of the Seas, so I have officially finished the library shelves in our library, which you will also notice is a little taller. I've put in the window frames and the walls. The goal eventually is to have stained glass in here, but I'm not entirely sure what design I want to do yet. But you can see in here the full effect of the Malum place. It looks like this. Nice and closed in. Now, let me up. Bumped up some anvils. This, we can enchant whatever we want now. We got those. I've got a filtration shelf filtering out Curse of Binding and Vanishing. I made a bunch of extraction tomes in case we need to take stuff off our armor. Also, using that platform down beneath here, I got to the pinnacle tier. And if we look at this, it doesn't drop common and uncommon stuff or gems anymore. It just drops these. Oh no, this is the Pothic items, right? It just drops those. Gem purities, only the top 4 now. Mobs are tougher. But I used that to get full Apothic stuff on all of my stuff. So we have a fully ballast gemmed sword with a plus 30 damage. I netherrited our pick that I haven't bothered putting gems on. And then we can use this reforging table to get these affixes, like those things at the top with the lightning damage and the projectile damage. We have a bunch of those on all of our armor. They're all gemmed up. The boots are all luck. We got max health on the legs. We got percentage max health on the chest plate. And then we have plus 2 levels to all existing enchantments. On the helmet, plus 15 to all stats. So, this is crazy armor. Plus 2 levels to all existing enchantments. I also got max protection, mana boost, and mana regen on all the armor now, so we're pretty tough. It's crazy. Couple other quality of life additions. I've put some target dummies in the arena just for atmosphere. I've also created this environmental controller with a regeneration module and saturation module. You make them like this, with dimensional shards, which you can make like this. Nothing too hard to get. The saturation module, this needs to be filled with zombie blood. And for the regeneration module, it needs to be filled with witch blood. So, it doesn't show you in any eye, so I just told you. So, go forth and make good decisions. I think that's most of the updates on stuff you already knew about. But, stuff you didn't know about, I have platinum in here now. I have osmium, and I have silver. And I'm going to tell you how I got those. So platinum, I went to the end, got some platinum ore, melted it down, made a platinum G-ore. Not complicated. The silver and osmium were a little bit more complicated. So, if we look in here, budding osmium G-ore, you need molten ender, easy enough, melt ender pearls in the foundry. Obsidian dust, we can get that with our sag mill. These were the complicated ones. Block of silver. So, you need a silver G-ore in order to get that. Actually, you don't. Never mind. You goo a block of aluminum, which we have, you get silver. You can then use the silver to make a silver G-ore, which I did. And then to make the osmium G-ore, you submerge stuff. And this is from, the primordial assembly is from the cognition mod, which if we look in the quests is in the gearing up chapter. It's basically XP-oriented collection and gear. Now, for pretty much everything in this mod, except for one thing, we have better options. Like this, you can infect bookshelves, which will destroy them and create XP. We have XP generation. We have better armor and weapons and tools. This will strip enchantments off of items and turn them into XP, which we don't need. We have the experience fountain and obelisk, which will collect and dispense it. I could see this being used to make a skulk farm, but we have the skulk essence, so we don't need to do that. The only thing that we actually need from cognition is a molecular metamorpher in order to make this thing. Molecular Metamorpher, you put in another thing from Cognition, a sapling and a gold, plus some XP. To make this, you make stuff like this. Cognitive amalgams, which are made by Cognitive Flux, which is just craftable. Nothing too crazy. That's over there. I have a XP obelisk that I can put liquid XP into. It turns it into Cognitium, which then feeds directly into the Molecular Metamorpher. Not too complicated. So that's how I got the silver and osmium. The thing about it is I initially conflated in my mind this mod with this mod, Replication, which is a resource creation mod in which you break down stuff like this. Actually, stuff like this, you'll see those essences at the bottom there. Those pictures, the seed and the dirt thing. You break items down into components, and then you can identify items onto chips with this identification chamber, put them in chip storage, and then you can access the broken down stuff to make stuff out of it. So I melted down a bunch of stuff in order to get different items. It's interesting because in doing this mod, which I am going to take, let's say a sand. I don't have sand yet. I'm going to show you how this mod works. So, identification should work. Oh, right. I have to take the chip. So on the chip, I have all those things you saw there, but you take the identification, you put on the chip, you let this, let's do that faster. You let this fully process, and then you put this back in to the chip storage, and now I can make sand out of stuff. Let me just grab, let's say, a bundle of sand so I can show you the disintegrator. Disintegrator. That'll disintegrate into Earth matter. And then, if I want, I could select, say, a cobblestone. Let's make 64. Hit replicate. That'll leverage this replicator device, which you can make it infinite produce in case you want to do, like, in another mod pack, the singularities or whatever. But that'll then go into this inventory where I can pick it up. Pretty simple, not too complicated. The thing that this allows us to necessarily do is create the first component of our ship that we'll eventually want to build, because I can envision, with some extractors, with a cobble generator, with some other stuff, that there should be a way to produce infinite amounts of every one of these. Botany pots will help, but you should be able to produce infinite amounts of this, and then you just have to have chip storage where you can replicate anything else you need out of those infinite resources. So the first component of our ship that we'll eventually want to build, because if you'll remember, that's the point of this adventure, this pack, this series, is to create a ship that can explore the multiverse. And I think it's very efficient to create a replication core that will allow us to create anything we need as long as we have the chip out of infinitely produced resources. That's a very efficient way to do resource stuff. Of course, we'll also have a storage system, but in case we need anything that we don't have, we'll have a little replication core that's creating matter that we can make anything else we need. Now, there's not unlimited amounts. Not everything in the mod pack creates stuff or has matter values, but a lot of them do. So, yeah, that's the replication mod and the cognition mod, which I think are pretty cool. Replication is a very cool Star Trek-y mod, and I like Star Trek. So, there's that. So, that did not take as long as I thought it was going to. So, we might actually have some time in this episode to knock out a bunch of structures off our list. But we're going to check out some little ones first. and then we'll see what we have time for. I'm gonna need this eventually. I think if I get into Malum, because we can use it to make stuff that will upgrade our spirit altar. So I'm actually going to grab a little bit of this. The first structure on our list today is the Cherry Island. And I have actually been here before, and I made a waypoint. There's not a lot on these little islands. I don't want any of that. There is this Altar of Amethyst, which I can't mine, and I don't know what this is used for. Let's look at Ender's Cataclysm. That's, I assume, what this is. I don't know what this is for. So if you know what this is for, let me know in the comments. And maybe we can use it, because it doesn't seem I can mine it. Bronze plate? Nah. We are going to get into modern industrialization, I hope, this pack at some point. Yeah, I can't mine that, so it means something. But other than that, I think that's the main point of this island, but I don't know what it does, so we're not using it this time. Our next stop is actually right up here, straight up. We have a volcano, which, from what I understand, has a fairly important gear that we need in it. So I'm going to grab a cardboard box and meet you over there. On our way over to the volcano, we come across this structure, which we can take a minute to check out, see if there's anything interesting. We got those spirit motes from Malum down there. Pneumaticraft, nothing. We have random thought. MFFS? We do! That might be important for our ship. We might want a force field. We'll decide later. Nothing particularly interesting right now. This, however, is wildly interesting. Chthonic gold is useful for a couple things, namely our soul-binding brazier. We can use it to make better impetuses that will help us make better stuff, I think. So that actually is great. I'm grabbing all of that. I need to find more of these islands, potentially. It was very nice of the developers to give us these islands so we don't have to hunt it down piece by piece. Already learned that. We can break that down for interesting, or for crafting materials. Trial chamber just activated, and that concerns me. Rubber essence, that could come in handy. Break this down. You tell how powerful I am that I'm just straight up not caring about whatever that sound is. Oh, hello. Priest. This one is already broken? Really? Oh, there we go. Killed him. Was that a quest? Traveler, Wild Hunt. Let's see. Priest! Oh, hello. Cool. Neat. Well, build a priest. Let's head upstairs. Okay, Elite Draugr. I don't know what those are for, but there's a spawner for them. Neat. We are gonna make sure we have extract on. I'm actually gonna take that, because I might want to spawn those later. Go away. Let's see what else is in here. We got nickel. I have enough nickel. Enmity. I don't know if I have that, but I don't know that I would need it, because it just seems to increase damage to players. Maybe I'll arrange a fight with a player at some point. But that looks to be pretty much it in here. So let's throw all of this away till we get home and move on to our volcano. And there we are, our volcano right up here. Let's see what we can find. Clearly this is a custom structure because we have blazing archwood there. We got applied energistic skystone. Okay, that we're taking. I think. We're gonna take skystone because it's useful for not only that, but I think it's useful for refined storage as well. I don't know. Maybe. But we know that's where that comes from. Viridium For create, this is a highly custom structure, I see. I heard a spider dying, I'm not sure what that's about. We've got Crimsite, Crying Obsidian, that's actually hard to come by right now, so I'm gonna take that. I love being in private dimensions, it's so wonderful, because I can just take everything I want without any concern for other people. Let's grab the rest of that. Oh, we've got a magma cube spawner. Interesting. Let's take that spawner as well. And obviously, I'm just gonna, get the spawn eggs from these later. Ooh, what's this? Coal seeds. I think I have those already. From a quest reward. Coral. Dead coral. Is there a way into this structure, or are we just gonna have to go all the way up here? Ooh, sky spirit fire. Interesting. Not sure how you make that, but let's head down into the volcano. We've got reeds and lime concrete. Supposedly there's a uraninite geode in here somewhere. Back here. Zombies. Breeze spawner. Take that. I'm not gonna use these spawners, but I'll use the eggs that I get from the spawners. So, zombie spawner, don't need that. Netherite pickaxe. Copper backpack, don't want that. That'll take, because that's a better soulbound than the ones I have currently. Go away. Down further. Got a dungeon. What do we got? Netherite, take it. Cargo stuff. Wither skeletons are not a concern. Chocolate. Lava. Molten emerald. Nothing too crazy here. Oh. Come on. Get out here. Go away. This sword does so much damage, I don't need to worry about it. Wither skeleton spawner, I have that egg. Strays, I do not have that egg yet. Buzz off. Wilden stalkers, I don't have that egg yet. So we'll grab that spawner. Oh, gotta put some stuff away. Okay, this is a lot more than I was expecting from this volcano, actually. I was expecting it to be like a little interest structure, not a full dungeon. This is cool. Wilden Stalker? Is that the one I just got? Wilden Stalker, yes. I only need one. Okay, let's head down further, I think I saw. It's a necromancer. What's in here? Hi. Wither skeletons down here. We have a necromancer spawner. Take it. Scoria. More create stuff. Let's go left first. Hello. Wither skeletons. Have a wither skeleton spawner. Come on. Ooh. Epic. Let's see. We need to learn that. We want to eat an enchanted golden apple. For funsies. We have in here a holy locket. I don't think I have that relic yet. Did not, hence the quest. Let's head to the other side. No. What's this spawner? Piglin Brute. I have that. Anything over here? No. Anything over here? Okay, we got a trap. That's fun. Let's continue in. Dead end. Of course, the trap leads to a dead end. Continuing on. There's the uraninite. Anything interesting in here? Spider. We got a spider spawner. I have spiders already. Don't need that. Don't need that. Go away. Molten emerald. I love fire resistance. Install spiders in here, which is an interesting choice for a room full of molten emerald. But if we apply the cardboard box, that's what we wanted. We have uraninite. Excellent. And that will allow us to do power stuff for free, basically. So maybe that's the source of power on our ship. I haven't quite decided what I want to do for that, other than the fact that it's not going to be the Dyson Cube, because we have to travel dimensions, and we won't have access to this Dyson Cube. But I think that's it, so let's get out of here. Whoop. Oh, it was right there. Interesting. Okay. I think that's the whole volcano adventure. So let's see if there are any other structures that we can do today. The next structure on our list is right up here. We got the Blazing Desert, which from the looks of it might have a dungeon. So let's check it out. We've got another quest completed. We have a bunch more chthonic gold that we want to steal. Well, harvest, not steal. I own this dimension. It was given to me by Fracture Co. Yeah, we're gonna take all of this because it's great and useful. And then we're gonna head up here. And desert. Let's see, nothing there. Nothing there that we want. Can we go down here? Tinted glass is pretty great. And there's a diamond and an emerald back there. Is there anything below it? No? Okay. Well, I'll take it. Why not? Nothing too special about it. We have a Wilden Hunter spawner. I don't believe I have that yet. Although I might actually have a Wilden Hunter spawn egg. I don't remember right now. But we'll take it. It can't hurt. What's this? Wilden spawner, or a husk spawner? Sure, don't mind if I do. This looks like there should be a way inside. Right? There it is. Okay, let's go. Cobalton. Sure. Let's keep going. We've got another flower. Candles. This seems like it's a smaller version of the pyramids from other mod packs. We got a zombie. We got a necromancer. We have one of those now. Anything interesting with this? Netherite. Here, Fargo's talisman relic. Sure. Why not? We'll take those. We got a trial spawner for a Cobaltons. Not too special. We have a husk spawner. Go away. Anything interesting in here? Glowing water. Sure, that's new, at the very least. Nope. Anything in here? Nope. Anything in here? Sure. Ooh, elite sword. Nice. Let's put all of this stuff away now. You're annoying. Okay. I think that's it for this structure. There doesn't seem to be any branching paths at all, so I think that's it. For the Blazing Desert. Hello, breezes. Actually, let me just check in here real quick. If there's anything particularly interesting. Nope. Okay. Next. If we head over here, we'll find ourselves a Cryomancer Tower, which technically speaking, we have already killed a Cryomancer because one spawned in another dungeon. But we haven't found the tower yet. And we need to see if there's anything particularly interesting here. Nothing there. No. You. Zombie villager spawner. Actually, sure. Why not get our villagers? Maybe we can cure some. That zombie? Yep. No. No. What is this? Mimics the abilities of a school focus. I don't know what that is. And I don't care enough to spend the time to figure it out. Cave spiders. Don't have those yet. Crab. What is this? Bronze bolts. No. Zombie villager. Zombie. Diamond ore. Nothing I particularly want. I think a lot of these structures are designed to be explored a lot earlier than now. We're kind of just checking them off a list at this point. Hello? Down this way. I think this is back upstairs. No. Okay. Let's head back upstairs. Whichever way that is. String. Because we need so much string, right? Head back upstairs and into the actual tower. Azure sea stone, that's fun. Whatever it is. We've got lapis, geode clusters, crude oil. That's good to know that there's some of that there in case we ever find use for it. Tower. Let's hop. Stairs. Head into the tower. Up, up, up the stairs we go. And then there's amethyst clusters. How special. We've got an inscription table. I actually do want this because I don't have one yet. Upstairs. Or up ladder. Supposedly, there should be a cryomancer in here somewhere, right? Book and quill. Is there anything in it? This is annoying. Nope, there's nothing in it. We're not taking it with us. We have beds. We have another inscription table. There doesn't seem to be a cryomancer in here right now, but I already killed one, so we don't actually need one to be here. But that appears to be all there is for this structure, even if we pass wall through. Yep. Okay. What's next? Next up is an apothecary hut. I don't know what's in here, but I'm guessing it's from the Enchanted mod, which I might get into eventually. Is there anything on the ground here? We've got a witch spawner. Yes. I'm wanting witches. Anything in here? Blood I will take, because we can use that to make something. Not sure what. Fine pearls, that feels like it's going to be important. Take a firebolt scroll, because whimsy. Oh, I already got a witch spawn egg, so I don't need the spawner anymore, but take it anyway. Okay. Head up into the hut. We find couch, furniture, chest with nothing really in it, apothecarist. Goodbye. We got a bunch of stuff from that. Trial chamber, neat. Is that an alchemist cauldron? Yes, I wanted one of these. Because the recipe for these, I actually could technically make that now that I've been to the burning arena, but I'll just keep it instead. Here. Gluttony scroll, amulet of teleportation, whatever that does. Flawless breach gem, sure. Ink. Nothing crazy in this little hut, it seems. Anything in the cupboards? Nope. Okay. Apothecarist's hut. Complete. Though I didn't go upstairs, did I? So let's pass wall our way into the upstairs. I don't know how we got up here, but did. I don't know where the stairs are. Anything in here? Destroyable. Poison immunity, sure. That could come in handy at some point. Eh. Oh, there's the stairs. Anything further up? No, just this. What just spawned? Oh, prismarine essence for nautilus shell. Don't need that. Okay. Step height is useful in most situations, but not all of them. We're just gonna sneak down the stairs, head down this way. Oh, okay, that makes sense. But I think that's it for the apothecarist's hut. Anything else? Finding ourselves in the nether, we can check out a nether sky village, complete the quest for that. Blaze gold ingots, epic talisman bases. It seems like there actually might be some good stuff in this particular village type. So let's explore that after we kill that guy. Because we want the gear he has within him. Or he could just fall into the void and not give it to us. Because he's petty and selfish. That's fine. Okay, let's continue on this way. Slowness 5. That can go away anytime. Thank you. Okay. Check this out. Thing lootable. Over here, up there. Lootable chests. Where are you? In here. What's this structure here? Anything lootable in it? We've got a piglin spawner. Don't need that. Blaze gold. Netherite scrap. I'll take the smithing template even though I have a stack of those back home. That can be broken down. Let's... on. Anything interesting in the jail here? What's that about? I don't know what's going on here. Something to do with the sword. And we have a major structure here. There's no villagers here, so nothing super necessary. Okay, and with that, I think we have but one more structure that we need to find today. And that would be our friend, the ruined citadel in the end, which looks like a decent structure to end our adventure with. Bugs. This is horrifying. All of these can go away. Actually, I'm considering using my freeze blast because that's horrifying. A epic shulker. Cool. Got an epic bow that I can destroy. What do we got? Void stones. Not sure what those are for. Let's take one and see if we can use them for anything. Obsidian trap blocks, which means there's traps in these citadel. Not that that can really affect us, but otherwise, not especially useful. I'm sure Ender's Cataclysm has some great bosses in it that I just haven't found yet. But is there any... I saw a lot of bugs. Oh, traps. Saw a bunch of bugs. Is there any lootables in here? Oh, that was interesting. Turned to looter when I opened it. There are lootables in here. That's an interesting event happening. Ooh, legendary chain lightning scroll. Nope. Okay. Let's turn that to a looter. Cast a spell. Stay away. That blows people away. Okay. Head into the other half here. See if there's anything lootable in this half, which there should be. Nope. Nope. Okay. Whoa! Ender Golem! There's a boss! Oh. Okay. Not sure what that's for. But we killed it quickly on panic. So that's how powerful our sword is right now. I don't know what this does. What does this do? Oh, it's a weapon. Cool. I'm never using that, because spells are better. Are these all looterables? No, none of these are looterables. We'll leave the shulkers for someone else, because I'm not attached to them. Bugs, those are lootables. One of them is, anyway. Smithing template, breakables. Dark steel, sure. As you can tell, my choices of what to take from these things are not in any way determined by logic or any conceivable pattern. It's just what I feel in the moment. Sapphires, garnets, blah 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 blah. Flawless splendor gem, sure. Anything else? Nope. Shut up. Go away. Melody sprouts. Not sure what the deal with those is. Bugs. Let's flip that. Let's go down below. Anything interesting in the lower levels? Ow. Hi. Shulker box, looter. Let's take that. Let's take that. Sure. Let's take none of that. Cool. Cool. Ah, teleporting. Go away. Ender Golem. I'm sure those can be respawned, right? Teleport. I'm teleporting around. Enough. Enough. There's the thing. There's the trapdoor. Let's fly above all the traps. See if we can find anything else interesting. Ender chest. I've not used that at all this entire time. Delicate touch. Enchantment. Golden apple. Ender. Oh, I got the bug spawner. That's fun. Eat that. Let's head around. Got a shulker and an ender chest. The shulker is not a loot. I'm just looking for a loot. Oh, another ender golem. We're gonna leave that in case someone else wants to come kill one. No. Hang around here. These blocks are cool. Oh, we got a looter chest here. What we got? Necklace. Perfect. Gem. Nice. Those are always good. For if I ever need to load something up on gems again. Which I don't think I will. Probably. Ooh, hello. How do I open this? Ah, yes. Magic. That's how I open it. Our boss here? Ender Guardian. Hello. We're beating a boss, I guess, to finish the episode. Can I just, like... Really? Can I just freeze blast you? That's not much faster. We're just gonna sword. At least the music's a little quieter than the netherite monstrosity. And you'll notice I'm not concerned. That's because if you look at the hearts there, the green and yellows, it's actually gone through a full rotation already with all the gems, and that is the second time through green and yellow coloring. And it's barely hurting me. So, just die, please, already. And I have a thing on the sword that will execute it once it gets below 21%, so let's see if that works on this boss, like Grok's did on the netherite monstrosity. It does! Excellent. What do we get? A Gauntlet of Guard. That's a weapon that I'm not going to be using. We've got a grab bag, a yellow heart. That'll be fun, because if we look at here, I've started this is all the stuff I'm going to need in order to finish my heart vial. And I just need the hearts, which I did the math on. I need like 130,000 red hearts. So there's a way to respawn it. Excellent. A sunny day trade's not going to do a lot right now, but is there anything lootable in here, or is it just the boss drops that were the big deal? I think it's just the boss drops that were the big deal. So let's head upstairs. Whoop. Ta-da! That's the ruined citadel done. And now we're going to go back home, and I'm going to discuss what structures we have left to explore. So, if we look at the list here, I made this list based on the Traveler's Quest quest line in the book. So, and the ones with dashes are ones we visited already. So we did a lot of this today. There is no Pyromancer Tower within 10,000 blocks of my base, it seems. And from what I understand, the all the dimensions have the same structure layout. So, if anyone knows where a Pyromancer Tower is, let me know. Otherwise, I'm not going to worry about it. We did the Ruined Citadel. I actually moved that to another page, so go away. The only ones left are these 5 major adventures. We have the Acropolis, the Water Orb, which has a boss in it. We have the Ice Castle, the Nether Castle, and the End Castle. Those are the only structures left in this quest here that we have to do. So let's accept a bunch of stuff. Cryomancer. We found the Ruined Citadel. We went to the Burning Desert. We found another Sky Village. We found a volcano. All of this is done. All of this is almost done except for the Pyromancer. Cherry Island. Oh, I have to kill an amethyst crab in order to do that. Oversized crystal crabs spawn near an altar dedicated to their kind. Okay, maybe we'll check that out next episode. Ice Castle, Nether Castle, Burning Arena, kill Ignis. I did. Maybe Grok got the... Oh, because Grok got the kill on all of them, so I didn't actually get the quest. I'll need to do that. Leviathan's Fishbowl. That's the Water Orb. The Acropolis. The End Castle. And then this quest line is done. So those are the structures for later concern. But this episode has gone on long enough. So thank you all for watching. Next episode, I don't know what we're going to do, but I think I might start getting into Mechanism because I want the machines to be able to make more stuff. Maybe I'll start looking into modern industrialization because I've never done it before, and I know it's like Greg Tech. It's a lot. Like, if we look at the quest here. Where are you? Modern industrialization. Big quest line. Full of lots of repetition and machine upgrades and materials. But we have a lot of materials, so we'll see what we can do. But, yeah. That's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. And until next time, later.